الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد رسول الله وعلى آله ومن اهتدى بهداه. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. الحمد لله with Allah's barakah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah we'll continue this evening the teaching in the book of our Sheikh Abdul Qadir Al-Jailani, the Sublime Revelation, Al-Fath ar-Rabbani. May Allah grant us the barakah of His knowledge for dunya wal akhirah. We are now at the 36th discourse. For those whom they have the book, at page 231. Inshallah, the third paragraph. I'll request Brother Ghazan to read, inshallah.
O young men, if you have no surrender, you will have no faith. If you have no faith, you will have no conviction.
So if you have no Islam, you will have no Iman. Sahih?
If you have no conviction, you will have no experience, knowledge. If you have no conviction, you will have no experience and knowledge of Him. These are degrees and levels. When Islam becomes real for you, obedience, submission will be real for you.
No. When we said, if you have no surrender, if you have no Islam, you will have no Iman. Steps. First door, let's say doors. First door, second door, Al-Iman. We cannot see someone who claims he's a believer and he don't have Islam. He never pray 5 times, for example. Say, I believe, I believe in Salat. So, where is your practice then? Oh, I believe in fasting, but you never fast. So, this is in simple way. That's ridiculous to think in this way. Add to that, the Islam we are talking about is not the only physical part of worship, which is for 5-time prayers, fasting, Hajj and Umrah. If become just you pray for the sake of prayer, not for the sake of worship, this salat become ada, not ibadah. Became like what we call it, practices. Therefore, you see people, they pray always, but you see, I pray all my life, I go to masjid, I do, but so far I can't feel there is changes in myself. The salat is, I find no sweetness in my salat, in my prayers. This is because we could not understand the meaning of prayers. Salat is the only fard which being given to Sayyidina Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his ummah in different environment, in different event, in different place. It happened in Isra wal Mi'raj. All other obligations were given to the ummah through Sayyidina Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam on earth. But Salat given to him in 7th heaven, the only one. What the message of that? Al-Mi'raj is when your ruh ascend. Al-Mi'raj when Sayyidina Mustafa went up to the heavens. So we have no Mi'raj, we are unable to, go anywhere. But our ruh might go anywhere. You see, there's prayers for us, sunnah, such as Salatul Istikhara. We pray Salatul Haja, Salat Tahajjud, Salatul Witr, Salat Taraweeh, Salat Nafila. These are all prayers. These are prayers to develop yourself. Yani, let us talk about Salatul Istikhara. Istikhara, when you have something to decide and you don't know what to do, when you pray Istikhara, Istikhara is mean like asking Allah, consulting. It's not asking Him what to do. Then He will decide for you. People said, we are waiting, we pray Istikhara, I pray Istikhara, but I have not seen a dream. Who said it's a dream? Who said it's in a dream? It could be a dream. But who said always Istikhara is, when you pray Istikhara, I have to see something in my dream? If you ask Allah Istikhara, I mean you are handing over this matter to Him. And whatever the direction going to go, if you are in kuntum mu'minin, if you are a believer, it will go in that direction and you will be happy with it. Whether it's happen in your favorite option or not, because Allah will choose for you the best now and later, today, tomorrow, and the future, dunya and akhirah. Al-Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to teach them al-istikhara. He used to teach them, Sahaba, what to do. I mean, be all of them, they won. So now, if our fardh, no feelings, our fardh itself, our 5-time prayer, we have no feeling. How are we going to feel the nafila and tahajjud and these things? Yeah? So they're teaching us that these are all doors. From one door to the second door to the third door. He said, Islam, if you have no Islam, you'll have no Iman. Don't expect your Iman to be strong. And if you have no Iman, you'll have no Yaqeen. The Yaqeen is Al-Islam, let's say Al-Iman, in simple, is like HDMI TV. Example. Al-Yaqeen, UHD. Ultra high definition. Is it ultra they call it? Yeah. Let's spiritual one. You will have relief when you do something. You'll have in your heart, you know that you did your best, and that is the direction, and that's all. No one can shake you. So, let me give you an example. One day, this Jalaluddin Rumi, Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi, was a very spiritual person. His Sheikh named Shams Tabriz. He understands his Sheikh. People might not understand. Because he's with him from beginning. And you know, someone, troublemaker, came to him and said, I saw your Sheikh doing something which is not Sharia wise. Or he tried to make fitna, let's say. Jalaluddin Rumi said to him, if I see the Sheikh in his dress, liquor, I will say it was thrown on him. If he go to the mountain and he say, Ana Rabbukum al-A'la, I am your mighty Lord, I will say he is reciting the Quran, not claiming. He said, because I knows my Sheikh, I believe on him, but you are talking about him. You know someone different from you talk about someone. If someone says something bad about your wife, your son, you say, look, I know them very well. No need to. I won't have any doubt. Yeah? When Sayyidina, but he said, I know him I'm not seeing him by my eyes, but I have known him by my heart. That's why they said, no one will have negative thinking of you as long as he knows you through his heart. The heart is a place of belief. That's why I say Islam and then belief. It's very critical. If you believe on something, you'll work for it. When they said you work for it, when Sayyidina al-Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam Isra al-Mi'raj, it was a very critical situation in the life of Islam. So when he said, Abu Jahl said, what's the news? He said, I went to Mi'raj and Isra. He said Isra. He didn't say Mi'raj, Isra. To Jerusalem. Abu Jahl said, well, can you say that to your people? He said, yes. If I say that to you, that means I have to say it. Of course I say, wait a minute, don't go anywhere. Where he go? To Abu Bakr. Sayyidina Abu Bakr. Ya Abu Bakr, today that's the end. What happened? He said, your friend, he said, you mean my prophet? See, he claimed that he went to last night to Jerusalem and came back. He said, did he say that? He said, yes. See, if he said it, he have said the truth. Yeah. So you believe on that? He said, I believe. If he say he went to the heaven and came back, I will believe on that. He never said Mi'raj yet. See, what is about? I believe in the news of he bring to us about today and tomorrow and the past and the future. Yeah. So this is something different. This is yaqeen. This is iman, yaqeen. Abu Bakr, Sayyid Abu Bakr Siddiq, he was an angel or he was a human being. He became like that. Why? Islam, iman, then Allah opened for him, yeah? Yaqeen. What else? Here, Sayyidina Sheikh said here then, ma'rifah. Ma'rifah, to know what you are doing. Because you believe on what you are doing. See, this is something which is not anyone can have it. It's not, I didn't say cannot. It might happen. But the question, don't ask about how is it. You have to ask to whom it's been given. How he got this. What is his relationship with Islam, Sharia? Can't see someone who is not praying 5 times, he doesn't know how to recite the Quran, he doesn't know anything, and people ask him about. I saw one video, I don't know these people, they asked someone about coronavirus, what do you think about? He was carrying tasbih. He cannot pronounce his name correctly. Can you imagine? Very rubbish. And he said, this is going to happen like that. Hey, stop talking. Who are you? You talk about this thing. First of all, you don't have Islam, proper Islam. Now you want to talk about, La hawla wa la quwwata. Unfortunately, we have a group of people nowadays. They easily can be, they hear stories about awliya wa salihin. For example, when you talk about Sayyidina Shaykh Al-Jailani, Sayyidina Imam Ghazali, Sayyidina Muhammad al-Rifai, you cannot compare anyone with them. You see what Sayyidina Shaykh said? Islam. If you know of Islam, you won't have Iman. He himself saying. If when he's saying he is within it also. If he doesn't have that, he won't say, he won't talk. So now we want to see someone who have qualities, but doesn't matter about Islam. We have one boy in Baghdad, in the maqam. He's miskeen. I don't want to say he's that miskeen. He cannot talk nice. People came from India, our brothers. They have pure intention, Allah. They took him there and say, Waliullah and something. What is this? It's a joke. be mindful, ya akhi. What's happening? So every day we have found this type of qualities nowadays. You know why? The problem? Lack of knowledge. Lack of proper knowledge. Lack of understanding Islam itself. If you don't have Islam, the rest of the things, it's not. Our ulama salihin before, they will look to the person's, a person's lifestyle, activity, the way, because he's presenting the deen. He's not representing himself, deen. Sayyidina al-Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if someone come, ask for the hand of your daughter, see his deen. Deena wa khuluqa. His deen and his akhlaq. See, marriage matter. I'm not talking about fatwa and fiqh and teaching. No, different. So we have these problems nowadays. And the people, they were not born as scholars. They became scholars. People, maybe he doesn't know how to read Arabic. He doesn't know anything. Then slowly he became. We cannot belittle anyone because maybe he doesn't know anything about the deen. Now we have people whom they are already born as Muslim and their parents as Muslim, and they practice. But it's like practices for ourselves. It's like going to gym. I mean, if you only harakat, this one you do, the gym is good for you. No need to go to masjid. Talking to him later, you see his behavior is na'udhu billah. And Allah looking. Said someone, when a simple man, start praying, and they said to him, your relationship once you hear with Allah is your heart. He said, how that? See, Allah looking to the heart, to the intention. See, no one in this world can do that, only himself. That's why it's only for him. He said, as long as Allah looking to my heart, I have to be a good person. So he became a good person because Allah looked to his heart. He said, Allah knows my intention. Doesn't matter. The intention He knows. How about? Who's the one who concerned about his intention nowadays? You see what? These beautiful words of Jalaluddin Rumi also. If we really understand these words. He said, when you look all of around you, darknesses, you see all around you darknesses, and you find no light in these darknesses, put in your mind that you might be that light. You are looking for nur, huh? You might be the nur and he doesn't know. When you are in the darknesses and you want to come out from that, you have an intention to come out. That shows your prior intention. You might be the person. No one, there's no one find the nur we find the nur in masjids, in places where there's gathering. But no one expect to find the nur in the prison, for example. That nur found in a prison. Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam. With the prisoners, the worst people, they are living in darknesses of themselves, darkness of the place. He came, took them out, all became ministers after that. Because he was a nur. And he knows he is a nur, because Allah sent him. But he taught people how to find that nur in yourself. But these steps, Islam, Iman, Yaqeen, Ma'rifah, what we're watching nowadays, what we're seeing nowadays is like comedy sometimes, wallahi. Dramas. Deen is something different. Your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is really something which we have to consider it as our priority, 24-hour priority. The way you eat, the way you drink, the way you behave, the way you talk, the way you sit, the way you welcome, the way you sit, talk with your family, the family, communicate with each other, the way you all in every way. That's why they said, if you want a person to be good, You see, if someone guide you to Jannah, he have cheated you. Just for talk about Jannah. Once I talk about Jahannam, he misled you. The one who guide you to Allah, he have given you everything. Because he is the owner of the dunya and akhirah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. May he guide us always, inshallah. Yeah, tafadhal.
Be one who surrenders to Allah under all circumstances while observing the rules of the sacred law
Sharia yani.
and sticking to them. Submit to Him all that concerns yourself and others. Be on your best behavior with Him and with His creatures. You must not.
Okay, brother. These are advices. Now, what we talk about, these are the advices how to reach to that. See, listen to them carefully. Again, slowly, please.
Be one who surrenders to Allah under all circumstances,
That we say priority, 24 hours. Naam.
while observing the rules of the sacred law, Sharia.
Within Sharia. Sharia will teach you what is right and what is wrong. نعم. أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول. In order for you to live the proper life, the correct life, the real life. أيوة. نعم. Next to it.
And sticking to them.
No.
Submit to Him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all that concerns yourself and others.
نعم. Your relationship. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is our guide to know how to deal with yourself and with others. How your relationship with your parents, with your neighbors, with someone who did wrong to you, what you should do, your action, your reaction. These all depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's instruction. Aywa. Naam. Next.
Be on your best behavior with Him and with His creatures.
Adab. Adab ma Allah, the etiquette, the that behavior is something which is really, really important. Sayyidina Abdullah Mubarak said, we need to this much of adab more than this much of ilm. So if your ilm not going to teach you adab, how to respect others, what the meaning of your ilm then? Huh? Sayyidina Abu Hanifa, radiallahu anhu, he said, I never slept in my house, in my room, and my feet facing the house of my teacher, Hamad. Never. See, what is this? Adab. Shafi'i said, when we sit with Imam Malik, we were worried to turn the page. We would turn the page very slowly, so no disturbance. Adab. These all, they teach you the behavior. These ulama, they are, see, alim in sharia, alim in adab, alim in... I will say they are not angels. They became great because they know, they follow the steps. And there is a saying by Sayyidina Ibn Ata'illah Secondary, he said, as long as your beginning is correct, your end will be bright. من صحت بداياته أشرقت نهاياته. Next.
You must not treat yourself and others unjustly. For injustice, zulm, casts dark shadows in this world and the hereafter. Injustice darkens the heart and stains the face and skin. Do not commit injustice and do not assist a tyrant. For the Prophet ﷺ has said, a crier will cry on the day of resurrection.
Someone will call you Yawm al-Qiyamah.
Where are the tyrants? Where are the tyrants' helpers?
Zalimeen.
Where is he who nibble a pen for them? Where is he who prepared an inkwell for them, assembled them, and put them in a coffin of fire?
Don't do unjust to yourself and to others. Unjust yourself, committing sin, doing anything that against the human nature, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it to be. We are human beings. There is a nature for us. Al-Insan, when you see Al-Insan in Quran, or Al-Bashar, or Al-Nas, the instruction is talk about human beings in general. Who are they? Then for believer, even more. So they are something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advised us to do, to be kind, first of all, to ourselves. Al-Habib sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Inna li nafsika alayka haqqan. There is a right of your own self. He is right. You have to look after yourself. And it's maqasid al-Sharia, the principle of Sharia is hifzul nafs, to protect your soul. That's the most important. You know, sometimes someone, he said, I will do this, I will do this, I have to do for my family. I say, yes, you're doing for your family, but don't forget yourself. Because if you collapse, your family will collapse. But if you look after, you see, so this is something also we have to understand. And also, being unjust to others, that's also in indirect way doing unjust to yourself as well. Al-Haq, Allah's name Al-Haq. Al-Haq in everything. Justice, Al-Adl in everything. Once they said, Ya Sheikh, a man came to a city. They say, Ya Sheikh, we are in trouble. He say, why? He say, people never read. He say, no problem. This one, there'll be solution for it. The letter said, Ya Sheikh, our judges become unjust. He say, that's all gone now. As long as there is no justice, everything gone. He said, mercy won't live in an injustice area, places. There will be no mercy. If there is no unjust, alas. So, we have to, why this unjust, this zulm, this az-zulmu zulumat yawm al-qiyamah. Sayyidina Rasulullah give example, he say, zulm is like darknesses in the judgment day. You see, darknesses in dunya, you are able to overcome, to come out of them. But in Yawm al-Qiyamah, how to come of that? If someone live in darknesses in dunya, that shows you live in darknesses in akhirah. There are people living in darknesses everywhere, and there's someone who live alone, but he live in nur. Depending on your adab and your contentment also. We know we treat ourselves in a way that, as I said, Allah asks you how to deal with your own self, because He's a created and He knows how to deal with it, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, do this and do that, don't do that. The darknesses will this zulm, unjust, will make the heart dark, na'udhu billah, and the person doesn't know that his heart is dark. Because darkness for us is a physical one. And he said, due to that, the face will be in darknesses also. And the books, Yawm al-Qiyamah, will be dark. When Allah open it. See, don't be unjust and don't help the zalim. What do you call oppressor? Oppressor. Don't help. Because if you help him, you will be his tool. You are like something for him to use. Instead, you change him to be good. In Damascus, when the Abbasiyin took over from Umayyin, Ben Umayyah. Umayyah is like after Khulafa Rashid, I mean Muawiyah until the last one. Who took over that? Al-Abbasiyin. Abu al-Abbas, his name As-Saffah, they call him. He was zalim. Nothing, no, only the language of sword. When he came to Damascus, he did the same, took money, killed people. The ulama there, some of them, they came to him. Those whom they ran away there, those whom they came to him. Ya Al-Imam, you are, mashallah, you are the king of the kings, you are the... You see, when someone who find the ulama talking like that, even if you are wrong, when the ulama said, you feel you are right, then you continue with your injustice. But the alim said, no, you can't. Even you put him in prison, but he will think of it. What I'm doing is not approved religiously. And the people will think of it always. You see, if someone said, this food is haram, non-halal, everyone will start talking, even if he said just a word. We have this nowadays. Oh, these are qualities of Allah. They just say, you just want to destroy somebody's business or life, just say something. Khalas, that's it. And people start arguing. So, he said, is there anyone who doesn't like what we are doing? They said, no, except one. Yeah. الإمام الأوزاعي من أكابر علماء الأمة الحديث especially الأوزاعي رضي الله عنه. He never engaged himself with the rulers. And if they ask him to come, they want to meet him, they have to come to him. So if you want to meet me, you have to come to me. So he sent the police to bring him. When he saw those people coming, say, I wear my kafan inside my cloth. He said, they kill me, they threw me somewhere, at least there's sunnah I have done. So they took him. He said, I have entered to his majlis all in the shade under the shade of swords. Whole army, you can't imagine. Ooh. People very... So he entered, I was like... So when I entered, I saw him sitting on his throne, like... So I said, Assalamu alaikum. He never answered, just looking to me. So, Ya Allah, I said, let me feel something so I won't be scared like that from him. Then subhanAllah came to my mind, Yawm al-Qiyamah. He said, Judgment Day, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah nur, yani, وَأَشْرَقَتِ الْأَرْضُ بِنُورِ رَبِّهَا. That thing, only Allah, the nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when I looked to him, I saw him like kitten. Small kitten sitting in a big chair. So it was very funny. So the fear all gone from my heart. Then he said, Ya Awza'i, what do you think about the money we have taken? He said, إن كان بحقها فحساب وإن كان بغير حقها فعقاب. So if you're taking that money with rights, they have to be an auditor, auditing after that, auditing. But if it's not with right, you'll be punished. You'll be punished, I mean. He said, how about the people we have killed? He said, Wallahi, if you kill a person, nafs bin nafs, like the law, someone killed, he have to, they punish him. If someone, if not, if you are within this, if not, I mean, he's wrong all what he did. Al-Sayyid, the executor, what do you call it? Took out his safe, the sword. Because this for sure capital punish. So he stand by. The ulama did like this. So the blood one, when they chopped their hair, they like this. So Abu al-Abbas said, what you have said is right. Sword put back. The people looked. because you said Allah. I see Allah, when he put in his heart Allah, خلاص. وَمَا النَّصْرُ إِلَّا مِنْ عِنْدِ إِنْ يَنْصُرْكُمُ اللَّهُ فَلَا. If Allah wants to give you victory, no one can be against you. So he said, look, I want to give you something. He gave him big bag of gold. This is for you. He said, this is what you have given me, but not my request. You say, I want to give you something. That means I have to ask. He said, yes. Say, I have request. But you will do it? He said, I will do it. He said, say, Wallahi, I will do it. Say, Wallahi, I will do it. He said, don't call me again. And I don't want to see your face anymore. He said, yes, I will do that. We won't see you after this. And you won't see us. And he took that money, all the ulama, take, this is what you want. He left without nothing. You don't want to be a tool for zalim. One time he will call you again. And then on Yawm al-Qiyamah, he is that zalim, you say, I am jahil, but you are alim. Allah said like this, why you never? Huh? ظلم ظلمات يوم القيامة. Darknesses. Don't ever leave this world and there is commitments without settling. The commitments is not loan only to be paid or something. Commitment zulm. If you did something which is you think Allah will be, when you open your page, it will be there, and that considers zulm, you have to be very careful. Allah will ask about it. Don't say, Allah Rahman ar-Rahim. When it's come to rights, be careful. Especially if you're able to give back. No matter what. Sometimes, I took something a long time. The person passed away. Give to his children. He passed away. Now there's inheritors. He said, I don't want them to know. No, just give back the money. Allah knows. If something hidden secret. Yeah? But there is always a way. But let go this from your shoulder. ولا حول ولا قوة. So there is, Al-Sayyid al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah will say, where is the al-Zalimeen? Where is their helpers? Huh? Where is the one who gave them pen to write with it? That pen. Yeah? Let them be together now and put them in a coffin of Jahannam. Nasallallahu al-afiyah. May Allah protect us and keep us safe في الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وارض عنا اكرمنا ولا تهنا. بارك لنا في الدين والدنيا والآخرة وارض عنا بما رضيت بين عبادك الصالحين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. على حضرة سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وآل أصحابه وعلى النبي بسر الفاتحة. سيدنا محمد الحمد لله قبل الله منا ومنكم.